Please give a big, warm welcome to Stephany Victorine.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you? Okay. I told her she was gonna cry before me, so. Hi. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a really shy person. Still am, always have been. But I try to get over that. Like right now, I'm just like shaking. I've always been obsessed with insects. I collect them, study them, sometimes even, well, I eat them so when I was a kid. Don't judge me. These days, I just take photos, collect their molts, and maybe tattoo a few of them on your skin. I'm shaking. Ooh. What fascinated me most was their growth, especially the ones with that soft, awkward stage before they cocooned and become something completely different. I love that transformation. How something small and weird looking could turn into something unexpected and beautiful. And honestly, that's how I started to see my own life. My parents, except my mom didn't give me enough melanin, I'm sorry. I grew up in Seychelles in a family with big expectations, loving but protective. There were a lot of things I wasn't allowed to do, and I tried hard to fit in that image that never quite felt like mine. I struggled in school, math was brutal, social cues didn't come easily, and I hated writing. Thank you, ODC, for helping me. I didn't really understand how the world worked politically or socially, but I did love art. The problem was, art wasn't really seen as a career. Back then, art meant fine arts. And unless you were extremely privileged, creative industries like animation or publishing felt out of reach. They weren't even presented to us as real options until much later. And even then, it felt almost too unachievable and not a field that would thrive in the Seychelles. You had to choose money over passion or fail. My parents then decided to move us to Canada, specifically Calgary, shout out Stampedes. They wanted to see what opportunities were out there for us. Better jobs, living, schools. Canada promised a lot, and my parents were eager for the unknown. I was excited at first, but that's when things derailed for me. I gave up on art for a while and studied communications. It was great. It took me 7 years to finish that degree. A long time. I'm 31 now. My first year was rough. I experienced culture shock and continued struggling with social cues. I even joined the wrong crowd and ended up in a really troublesome situations. And let's say being on a football field during winter in your birthday suit is not the best thing. I was spiraling. I fell into severe depression and was forced to seek help. I remember thinking, is that what being an adult is? Feeling sad and empty, just fucking everything in sight to feel something. But after sharing a lot of experiences I'd have over the years, they suggested I get tested for autism. I even got diagnosed, which was hard to comprehend at first, especially as a girl. It's kind of hard to diagnose girls specifically. It's very hard. But it explained a lot of my behaviors, like eating bugs, and the struggles I felt and faced and struggled with today. But even though all that happened, I still sketched in my notes. I made little ugly comics and everyday life, tiny moments that stood out to me. Those doodles kept me alive in a way, but they weren't art enough. Let me show you some fuck-ass drawings I did back then. This is art class, some random shit, cringy, so cringy. And when I graduated, something started to shift. My parents, who was an immigrant family from East Africa, had always been protective, began to loosen the grip. They started to pay less attention, which I don't think was a good idea based on some of the stories I've told some of you in the crowd. If you know me, you know me. It is a big deal in our culture. No matter how old you are, if you're under your parents' roof, they still have a say. I got a job in retail, which was huge because in Seychelles you can't work while you're in school. I paid my own bills, explored the city, met interesting people, and started building confidence. I was meeting people who could relate to being an immigrant and having different cultural values. I wasn't shy to ask what was normal. I even found out that not everyone had synesthesia. I don't know if you know what synesthesia is, but you're going to find out now. You would see neon green. I would taste cold, wet snot. You know how bad that is? Like, I can't even stand to look at some of the kids' paintings because they would start tasting salty, sweaty, and like warm teeth. It was awful. It was very bad. I hate that shit. I also discovered that communications could be creative: design, storytelling, marketing. I even went to Germany to research street art as a form of communication for people who felt invisible. They were able to express frustration, anger, love. I realized it's not just paint on walls, it's a language, a way to make a statement when you don't have a platform. Street art felt like freedom. People were using it to speak up, claim space, to say, I exist. It was communication at its rawest form. Every mural, every tag, is like a visual identity for the city. You can tell who lives there, what they care about, and how they see the world. Even back home, when you go through certain neighborhoods and see graffiti, people think, that's dangerous, don't go there. But it's usually just some kids trying to make the place colorful. Like they're taking away that gray. Then COVID hit. And like a lot of people, I cocooned fast and hard and not by choice. My depression came back and I felt completely lost. I went to therapy to try to make peace with the idea that this was just life. But something in me kept whispering, there has to be more. I still sketched and did a bit more painting by that time and posted them on Instagram. Then a few friends said, why not sell your art on Etsy? I was like, okay, I'll sell it. Why not make a few bucks selling some stuff like till the job market reopened? Just like little pieces, prints, doodles, things I liked. It felt silly, but people actually bought them. It was crazy. They all fuck as drawings. But they gave me a spark, something to hold on to during the awful time. And even then, I treated it like a hobby, not something I could take seriously. And this shit happened. Then I got a marketing job. Turned out to be a full-blown pyramid scheme, y'all. To this day, I have no idea what they were selling. It could be knives. It could be your body. I don't know. But it gave me the biggest ick ever. I remember sitting there thinking, yeah, no, this ain't it. I deserve better. So I pivoted again. I got tired. I got tired all the time. I got hired as a as a studio assistant at Alberta Printmakers. It's okay if you don't know them. And I fell in love with printmaking, with the process, the texture, the community. I even submitted to a group show and somehow got in. I met amazing artists who worked regular jobs but still made time for their art. It was inspiring. And after that, I even joined a collective called the Femme Assembly, who was a group of creatives building community and pushing each other forward. We did 3 group shows, and that experience gave me the confidence to start putting myself out there. And then, shit got a little fast. After I started selling my art on Etsy, a TV show found me through my work and hired me to design tattoos for one of their characters. You can see that on her neck. That's me. It's called The Guilty Party. It's starring Kate Beckinsale. It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but it was good money. It was good money during then. They were specifically looking for a femme artist to design 4 female characters, and somehow, I beat everybody. That's me. I'm the top. And my personal brag. You see that screenshot? That's me on The Last of Us season 1. That's right. Thank you. $450. That's all I got. By then, my cocoon was really starting to crack. I wasn't afraid anymore. I was curious. Who was this person I was becoming? Eventually, I realized all these signs were pointing to something bigger. Maybe I really could make a living as an artist. So I took a deep breath, talked to my parents, and said, I'm not happy. I think I need to go back to school to become a better artist and a happier person. And surprisingly, they said yes. No debates, just support. I'll always cherish that moment. It was the first time I felt my cocoon wasn't a sentence. It was a beginning. See, I didn't cry. I packed my bags, grabbed my cat, and flew to Ottawa. And that's right. I came here, y'all, 4 years ago. Thank you. I enrolled in Algonquin College's illustration and concept art program and learned everything I needed to turn art into a real career and graduate with a great GPA and even better friends and memories. But right after graduation, the industry collapsed. Motherfucking AI showed up. I almost gave up on my mission. I cried, I sulked, I ate a lot of bread. It doesn't help that I work for Cobb's Bread. I'm even celiac, like, what the fuck? It wasn't good. I almost went back to the Seychelles, but something inside me said to keep pushing. My partner said to keep trying. He's hiding right now. He's been my rock through my many ups and downs since moving here. He's been my muse, my comfort, my calm. When I spiraled or felt hopeless, he was the one who'd help me talk through my frustration and encouraged me to continue to meet you all. Like, even though he doesn't come out, but, I'm coming out. And put myself out there. Probably hates that I'm talking about him right now. Like, he's like, PB, stop it. My face. But that's him. But I wanted to find something that combined all my skills and experience up until now. And since I already designed tattoos for the TV show, I was like, why not try it for real? So I applied for a tattoo apprenticeship and somehow got in. It was rough at first. I had to draw a lot of circles and lines, step out of my comfort zone, and tattoo a lot of your body parts that I will never touch again. All right, don't make me go there. But my mentors were incredible and genuinely wanted their apprentices to succeed, which isn't always the case in the industry. So I really appreciate that wherever they are. They didn't come. Now I've been tattooing for almost 3 years, from funky characters to amazing textured pieces, and I've loved every bit of it. But I still want more. There's still more cocoon to crack. I'm very greedy. Outside of tattooing, I've kept building my community, going to animation festivals, vernissages, architecture talks, like what am I supposed to do over there? Even Ottawa Design Club events. You name it, and you've probably seen me there, just like Ariane said. Each experience helped me understand myself more. I'm starting to feel less alone. Everyone's hustling, struggling, but together we are building. I'll also add that I've been asked what my secret is in terms of building community for myself. So here it is. FOMO. I have mad FOMO, and I'll be pissed if I don't go to places. I want to stay home as much as you guys do, but I'll be damned if I miss Sweet Cheeks cupcakes. And through those connections, incredible opportunities started rolling in. OGC invited me to illustrate one of their events, which is the Hands-On Vibes, and Morph today collaborating with Ariane. We're an amazing team. I'm so happy. Urban Art Collective, shout out, and the Bouge asked me to design a new logo and work on 2 murals this year. The hot dog's my favorite. Centertown BIA even hired me to work on the new banners for the village. I don't know if you saw me recently on Instagrams. And the big one, the National Arts Centre commissioned me for their Pride Month project on their Kipnis lantern, which I called Zoli Zoo, which means beautiful day. Here is like a picture a friend of mine took for me. Here you go. And then later, I got to collaborate with them again, but alongside Dainty Productions and another incredible artist that's here, Spencer, I see you, on a sponsor reel for the Ottawa International Animation Festival. It was a great experience. I made sure to put everyone's name down because you gotta credit your peoples. And that's me. Each of these experiences has been a chance to blend illustration, storytelling, and community, and it all still feels surreal to say that out loud, that I can be here with all of you guys talking about it. So yeah, I'm still cracking through my cocoon. It's scary sometimes, but I'm not as afraid anymore. because now I see that the person emerging isn't sad or small or gray, not a little ant just following orders. I'm not eating bugs anymore, but I'm becoming something unexpected, something growing, and I'm excited to see what that turns into.